Shri Matre Namaha, Shri Rama Raksha, Sarva Jagat Raksha. Before getting into the topic, please like, share and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out the sacred content to you all. Today I'm going to give you another book recommendation, which is called The Surrender Experiment. Okay, The Surrender Experiment. So I forgot the author's name. Sorry, you can type, just search in the Google, you'll get it, everything. Okay, The Surrender Experiment. I'm going to talk about this book, why it is important, and why somebody who is a student who is in awakening journey. So for example, if you are somebody who is in awakening journey and also you are a student, and if you are a student or if you are somebody who got awakened while you are in that student life, like that of me. Okay, when I was studying, I got awakened, like I was preparing for my exams, and then I at that time, during that period, during that phase, I got awakened. So if you are somebody who is in that phase of studying, and then who is trying to manage their professional life, and who is trying to manage their exams and career and stuff, and then they got awakened, then definitely this video and this book recommendation is definitely for you, because I was awakened during that time period, and this book is like a kind of will help you in your situation, like that of it is similar to the your situation. It will be similar to your situation, and because I was preparing for exams during that time, I was so much interested in this book because of that. Why, I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, so in this book, The Surrender Experiment, what will happen is the author will be there. He got awakened suddenly, and after his awakening, he was not interested in his like a material life. He was not interested in his previous job. He was like working as a professor in some university or something, but he was not interested with that. And what he did is he took like a long break, and he took the surrender experiment. He's like, what he'll see, what will happen, and he'll say yes to the universe. He'll say yes to the universe, and he'll surrender to whatever which is happening in your life, whatever is coming in his way. He will surrender to that. He has taken up that experiment in his own life, and he has taken that experiment seriously. Okay, then that this book is all about that, how he has done the surrender experiment, and what all happened in that process, and what all opportunities came in that process, and what all things came in his life after he surrendered to his life. It's like that. So when he suddenly started surrendering to life, when he had a sudden awakening, I think so, I forgot because I read this book long back. I'll tell you the story. Okay, so if I have done any here and there mistakes, I'm sorry for that, right? So I think he got awakened suddenly. I didn't remember exactly how he got awakened, but he got awakened. Then after that, what will happen is he decided that he will surrender to life. Then so many events in his life will take place, and he was more interested in being in that stillness. He wanted to be still. He wanted to do something for making himself more still. So what he done is he have done lot of yoga. He started doing lot of yoga and meditations and asanas and pranayamas and all these things. Whatever the Hindu practices which are there, he has adopted those practices, and he started doing those practices, and he tried to make it as a routine. He tried doing it daily, and rigorous hours of meditation, and being in the stillness, and being aware of himself, and trying to be in that awareness. And he wanted to see what awareness is, what his consciousness is saying to him, what his consciousness is trying to understand, all the spiritual concepts around him, and also different types of spiritual concepts. And there would be a guru who would be coming to that place, and he wanted to go to the place where the Indian spiritual teacher will be there. So he tried to make arrangements for that, and he helped that Indian spiritual teacher to come there, and he organized certain things. He, I think, adjusted, like he managed to have some place for the teacher to come and to have his discourse there, something like that. So he did that, and all these things happened spontaneously when he surrendered to his life. And and then he was not at all interested in his academics, and he was not at all interested in going back to his old life which was there. So he again, suddenly one day what happened is some colleague or somebody from his own university, they called them and they tried to offer him some work. Okay, so he initially did not wanted to do, but he remembered that he promised himself that he will surrender to that. So he was surrendering to whatever life was giving him, he accepted that offer, and he started going to his started teaching the spiritual concepts to the students there in his own profession, where he combined his all the professional course and with with the spiritual things, with the spiritual concepts, and he combined both of them, and then he served all the students there, and they liked it so much, they liked the class so much, and that's how he understood after surrendering that his way of teaching changed, and after surrendering he got a better opportunity, better chance of doing things. Before he was leading whatever life he was leading, was not interested with that, and later after his awakening he got the opportunity, he got the same profession but with a changed version of it, better version of it. He started to teach the spiritual concepts even there in the college also, in the university also, and then he started to visit this guru, Indian spiritual teacher, whom he helped organize all the plays and all those things, and he started visiting there, and he started to live in woods. He changed his place, his location, and he constructed he took a small place, and that place because of that place only, he had taken a land where he built a small places in the wood, and like a wood house or something like that, and that place only where in that near a place only where he started to live and be there, and then there only he started to invite the Indian spiritual teachers there to have the discourse later in the future. But then when he was living there, he was doing a lot of yoga there, a lot of things which he wanted to do spiritually. He was trying all spiritual practices and all those stuffs, and whatever previous relationships which were there in his life, they also fall apart, and he once went to Arizona, and during his visit to Arizona, his previous relationship with his wife fall apart after his spiritual awakening. Now he's no more with his wife in the Arizona whom he was with, and now because he was started to living in the woods, and there was another woman who wanted to suddenly come live near in his place. Okay, suddenly live near in his place, but he was shocked that why this woman wants to live near his place. But because he surrendered to his life, he agreed to that he gave permission to that woman that she can live in that place, and that new woman is his future life partner. Okay, she became his future life partner when the old relationship collapsed, and he after his awakening, he gotten into a new relationship, who accidentally that woman came into his own place, and she started living, and he did not expect that that woman will become his life partner, but then he surrendered to the life. That's how the things happened. Okay, so that was all about these things, and suddenly he wanted to write an exam. He was in a van where he was not at all interested in writing the exam also. This is the main reason why I wanted to read this book, because of this exam situation only. Suddenly one day I was just browsing, I was just scrolling YouTube and all these things. I came across the summary of the surrender experiment, where the guy mentioned about this exam. Okay, so I was so fascinated, because I was giving the exams, and I was in that exam giving situations and also awakening. It was very difficult to manage all the things during my awakening phase. So I wanted to I was very fascinated how he got through that exam. That's why I wanted to read this book. So that's how I ended up reading this book. Okay, so he had to give an exam during his professional life, but he was not interested in studying. He was not interested in giving this exam. But because he was surrendering, he thought that okay, one night before the exam, he just took his book and he just turned his pages. And next day he went to exam. Next day when he went to exam, he was so shocked and surprised that whatever page he turned, the concept from the pages which he were turning, those concepts and those questions appeared in his exam. He was just randomly turning some page, and he was reading something, and just very little, and that's it. Because he was not interested, what he did is he took the book, he just turned the pages, and whatever came he just read, and just that's it. That's all he did. And next day what happened is he was very shocked that he when he appeared for the exam, he was shocked that whatever he read the previous night, he just turned the pages randomly, and whatever the page he turned, that particular question, that particular concept appeared in his exam, and he wrote the exam very well. So this was the thing which got me fascinated, and I ended up reading the surrender experiment. And after this exam phase, okay, exam situation in the book, okay, after his exam story, I did not read the book. I did not continue to read the book, because this is the main reason why I wanted to read the book. My reason and my purpose for reading the book was over, so that's why I did not feel called to read the book again, continue to read the book, okay, more. So that's why I stopped here only. However, if you are interested in reading this book, you can read the entire book. After this exam story, there are so many things which he mentioned about the Indian gurus, and so many Indian gurus pictures were there, and he was writing about so many Indian gurus and all those things. So I did not feel like reading all that thing. I wanted to, my main purpose and my main why universe wanted me to read this book is because of this exam story which got me connected to this book. Okay, so that's how I ended up reading this book. So that's why I read till here only. However, if you wish to read more, you can read more. So how this book was very nice till the exam story. I really enjoyed it. After that, I don't know what it was written, but till here I enjoyed it really nicely, and I learned so much of how I learned about how awakening will be, and what happened is in his own awakening journey, and what happened after his awakening, life after awakening, what will happen life after awakening, and all these things I learned from his life. I've understood. I've read his experience about awakening, after what happens in somebody else's life after awakening. I got to know about all these things. So overall, this book was nice. Okay, so if you feel like reading it, you can read it. If you feel called to read this book, you can go ahead and read it. Okay, and let me know in the comment section if you are reading this book or not, and let me know in the comment section below if there is any important point I missed, okay, which I should know after that exam story. If you want me to know, you can write it in the comment section below. Okay, so let me know in the comment section also that if you are interested, are these videos helping you or not, and what books you read during your own awakening journey, what helped you the most during your awakening journey. You can share it with our soul family and ascension family. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Sri Rama Raksha Sarva Jagat Raksha, Sri Mate Namaha.